Hi, my name is Laura Tilt and I practice in family law and criminal law here at Southern Waters Legal. I today am going to address one of the questions that we get from our clients about the way in which in particular domestic violence impacts on family law matters, in particular property settlements. The question that we often receive from clients is, does domestic violence affect my property settlement? And we get asked that question often on both ends of the spectrum. So either you are a victim of domestic violence and you have experienced very, very difficult circumstances leading up to separation. And we often get clients who ask us, I've had these experiences, I've been in this situation, how is that going to affect my property settlement? Does it mean that I can get more out of the property settlement? And then on the other hand, we have clients who have been accused of domestic violence and perhaps, for example, have apprehended domestic violence orders made against them. And those clients come to us and say, I'm really worried that that is going to impact on my property settlements. The short answer to both of those questions, depending on what situation you are in, is that most circumstances around the way in which relationships break up and what is going on in terms of the relationship is not necessarily that important for a property settlement. There's usually 4 steps that a court will consider in terms of a property settlement. What's in your pot? So what assets have you got and what are the values of those assets? And what are the contributions that each party has made, both at the commencement of the relationship and also during the relationship? But then we have this third element, which is what we call future needs, which is an adjustment to the division of the pot based on what the future need of each party might be. And that's where sometimes domestic violence, although not in and of itself, will affect the property settlement, but the result or what comes out of that may affect it. For example, if due to domestic violence, the other party or parent is not seeing the children and you are now the primary carer of the children and will be for the foreseeable future, that's something that could affect. There may be an adjustment that could be made in terms of dividing the assets in your favour. So although domestic violence is not in itself directly related, it's the impact that it can have which may be important. Equally on the other side of it, it might be, for example, that if you are the one that's being accused of domestic violence or accused of particular things, that may have an impact, for example, on your employment. And it might be that we can help you to make those arguments and how they might affect your future needs. So please come and talk to us, whatever your situation. But if you are very worried about domestic violence that is occurring in your relationship and the impact that may have on your family law matter, please come and talk to us because I in particular have experience in both those areas of law and we can really help you with that nexus.